Hey, so I've got a problem with Luba. About a week ago, this little guy stopped working. Stopped moving altogether. So what happened was the charger, so the way I have this wired here, let me see if I could change this camera angle. Now the way that I have this charger, I just have it dropped right here for now, but I have it going around, and I just had it plugged right in. So the problem is this unit here. Somehow, this thing, I don't know if it's split or if it's leaking, but there's water getting in here because this thing is tripping my breaker. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to ask Mammotion if they could send a replacement for this under warranty, because I did get the unit back in August. I'm still a couple of months within warranty time. And then I'm going to get a waterproof box for this to go into, because this is supposed to sit on the wall. So here is the replacement that they sent. And for right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this right in this box here with an extension cord coming out. It's not ideal, but until I get the other box, this will have to do. Gotta keep everything dry. And there goes Luba. He is now charging again. Thank goodness. As you can see, my grass desperately needs to be cut. So we'll let him charge up and get him back to work tomorrow. So I ordered this box here on Amazon and it just took a couple of days to come in. And this should be perfect for a little bit of extra water protection for that power supply. Now, before I got this, I was keeping this in this little box that I have next to my pool equipment, and that worked out fine also, but occasionally I like to move the charging station so I can get to other zones in my property. And I was actually really surprised with the size of this box. I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller, which being larger is actually perfect because now I can fit the power supply for the charger and along with the power supply for the RTK system, because 90% of the time it sits in my yard and they are right next to each other. So this box has a little clip for the lid, and then it has all of these various little rubber grommets that the cords will allow to go in and out of, just to, like I said, to give it a little bit of extra water protection. Now the water protection on this unit I think is IPX7, which it is pretty good, but I think in the Florida heat as well, it tended to melt the epoxy almost because it became a little soft on the other unit. So this should give it that added protection from the elements. I will put a link to this box in the description of the one that I bought with the Amazon affiliate link if you guys want to purchase it. I would recommend that you get it because I was just very fortunate that I was 2 months ahead of my 1 year warranty period expiring. But so far, with this in the box, everything has been working out very well, and I haven't had any issues. So one other thing to note, since it was about a week and a half, probably about 2.5 weeks, for them to get me that replacement power supply, I don't have a mower right now. My riding mower is actually out of commission as well. So I did use a little bit of the trimmer to try to get this down, but I was really relying on Wally, on the Luba system here, to just take care of it, and it was just so high. What happens is if you try to cut high grass low, it creates these grass strings that get caught up in the blades. So what was happening on this unit is the motors were overheating. So I had my right motor, my left motor was overheating. So I figured I'd put this together just in case you were wondering on how you can address this. Now I have my Luba little Go kit that I have put together. I love these metal trays, especially if you're going to be doing this in the yard. These magnetic metal trays will definitely help you from losing those little screws. So that is an Allen key that came with it. Its size is 2.5. I also have a handheld one that came with my my tool kit that I use, because sometimes the ends of these Allen keys tend to round. So the problem is, once you remove that, there was still grass in the motor. So I actually had to remove these little rings here. Now I simply just put a set of needle nose in there to hold the disc from spinning while I hit it with the 10mm socket on my impact wrench. And once I was able to remove that, you can see here all that grass is kind of wound around that system. But that's not the end of it. If you look down in the motor, it actually gets up in there, so you kind of have to pick at it a little bit with tweezers, and I have a couple of little needles that I use to just, you know, pry it all out of there. If you're very gentle, you can get it like this, like a little rat's nest, but that will be the cause of a lot of your overheating. But you do need this needle nose to kind of hold that disc from just spinning around. You definitely don't want to over RPM the motors. That would damage them. So once you remove that, you can easily remove any grass, debris that's built up on there. I've seen a couple of people out there that made 3D prints of like guards that kind of keep this from happening, I think. So I'm going to do a little bit more research. If I can't find anybody that made anything, maybe I'll just make a little bit of a larger disc on my 3D printer out of ABS to try to keep this clear. But really, once you have the mower set up on a schedule and you're maintaining everything low, this really shouldn't come up, only when it's tackling really tall grass. So if you let it go for like a week or two and then have it try to maintain it, it's not going to work. You have to use this mower and just have it on remote on a schedule every few days. And here I'm just reversing that process. Now don't forget, when you do pull those discs out, there is a little washer. You definitely don't want to lose that. And then I'm not going to go crazy on over tightening this, because this is a nylon lock washer. You just want enough to snug it down on there. And then once that's done, I'll go back through, I'll reinstall the blades, the blade discs, and then set it back on its way. And hopefully I won't have to do this too many times, but I think I have had to do this maybe 3 times since the grass is so large. And I've got about an acre of land, so it's really struggling just to get it to that place that it can start maintaining. Well, I hope this video saves you some headaches. Like I said, I would recommend that you buy that box and throw your power supplies in the box if you have it outside. And if you have to do some general maintenance on your Luba with high grass being wound, or if you have that motor over temp. Hope this video helped you out, and I appreciate everybody watching. If you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe. I try to put up videos maybe once a week or so, and until then, thanks for watching.